What is up, gamers? Welcome to the top 7 games of 2025 by yours truly, Bebop and Bebo. Thanks for coming back for another year, another roundup of the top games that I played this year. This one's going to be a lot quicker. I don't have quite as much to say about the games that I played, so welcome and let's get right into it. Alright, number 7 is They Are Billions. Now, this game, I'm just going to be playing, by the way, just a little bit of random gameplay that, not me, but just random gameplay, just so you guys can get an understanding of the game in case you're not familiar. This game, tower defense, where you defend against a bunch of zombies. This game was great. I have a lot of fond memories of this game early in the year, listening to audiobooks while I went through the campaign of this game and just beat each level one at a time. And low-key, I think that the concept is got to be one of the best concepts of all time. I think that the way they did it is very, very good too. I think they could improve on a few things here and there, but no one else is doing what they're doing, so I love it. I do wish it was multiplayer, but it's not. So I do want to honestly get back into this game and play more of the free form, free play stuff because I didn't really do that too much. I mostly just did the campaign, which is more self-contained stuff. And this is one of the best maps, as you can see. It's just a big bridge where they funnel in, and you get to just absolutely demolish them. On a lot more maps, they attack from all different sides, so you got to be a lot more dynamic with your defenses or whatever. But this one, great example of why this game is so great. And yeah, number 7, They Are Billions. All right, now, and moving on to number 6 is, of course, a random one that probably surprised a lot of people. It is Rogue Ganesha. Rogue Ganesha. I don't know exactly how to say that, but whatever. This is a bullet heaven survivor-like game, depending on what you exactly want to call the genre. It's like Vampire Survivors, but honestly, just better in every single way. And what's not to love about that, right? You just run around the map and you absolutely demolish all the monsters. Pretty great. Grab your upgrade, move on to the next one. Try to kill the boss at the end. Um, this just did what Vampire Survives. This does what Vampire Survives did, but better. It's got better meta progression. It's got better gameplay. Got better upgrades. It's got better systems and for like the combining different weapons together, or like a weapon and an artifact together. It's so good. It kind of came out of nowhere as well. Usually I get recommended games by friends or YouTube or Reddit or something like that, the internet. This one I just randomly saw. I randomly got it, randomly played it, randomly loved it, showed it to my friends. They loved it too. And yeah, it occupied a very brief moment of time for me last year, but it was a great moment. And I can play this game while listening to an audiobook. Not much more to say. Love that. Number 6, Rogue Genesia. Number 5 is going to be Hades 2. Now, Hades 2 is. You probably already know about Hades 2. It's like Hades 1, but 2. And honestly, better, slightly better in most ways, I would say. They took a banger of a game in Hades, difficult game to follow up, and they just made everything just a little bit better, in my opinion. Um, the combat's a little bit crisper, the animation's a little bit smoother, art's a little bit more vibrant, which is tough because Hades 1 looked great. The the sound, the voice actor, everything in this game, so good. Excuse me. Excuse me. It's so good. And the one thing that probably could be a little bit better, in my opinion, in in this game would be the story. I think the story in Hades 1 was probably a bit stronger. But Hades 2, so good in every single way. I love the different or I love that almost all of the boss boons, I think they're called, or not the boss boons, but almost all of the god boons feel strong and powerful in their own way. I think Hades 1 had a bigger disparity between the stronger boons and the weaker boons, and so some of the boons just felt so useless. But in this game, I feel like a lot of the boons feel strong, and so you have a lot more creativity and a lot more choices in what you can choose. So yeah, love it. Number 5, Hades 2. If you haven't checked it out, you should already because it's fantastic. On to number 4. Alrighty, number 4. We're gonna make this one quick. It is classic. It is TFT. Now this, I'm only putting this game because I played Double Up TFT with a buddy this last year, and we climbed. I started in Bronze, we ended in Masters, which, in case you're unfamiliar, Masters is an Apex tier comp, or Apex tier ranking, in which not everybody's that good. Trust me, not everybody's that good. It is like, it's difficult. I think it's the top 0.5% or 0.3%, something like that. It's I'm very, very proud of being Masters in Double Up. Maybe I don't need to be so proud, but I love it. I had a great time doing it too. It felt good. We still talk about it. We're gonna be climbing again this next season, and I feel like they've got TFT in such a good spot right now where there's so many different systems that interact with each other that makes each and every game feel so different, and like you can really go a bunch of different ways with it. So much fun, having a great time. Number 4, TFT. And now for the top 3. All of these games are so good, so strong, but I think these really stand out from all the games I played this year. Number 3 is going to be Monster Train 2. This game, honestly, surprised me so much. One of the biggest surprises of the year, mostly because I played Monster Train 1 and I liked it, but I didn't love it, so I wasn't that excited for Monster Train 2. They pretty much took Monster Train 1. They brought it from a 6 out of 10 game to a 9 to 9.5 out of 10 game. This is the greatest deck builder roguelike out there right now. Some people might say Slay the Spire, but I think this game is better than Slay the Spire in every single way. I don't even love the whole concept of Monster Train, where you're on this train. I don't care about trains. You have these different floors that, and the monsters go to the bottom floor and they keep going up. Hearing about it, I was not interested. So if that's you, I feel that. But playing this game is a whole nother story. The balance is so good, I think, and you have so many choices to build the strongest deck possible. There are so many different ways you can go with it. There's so many different decks, and all those different decks have different archetypes, and all different decks have different bosses, which will lead you to different or not bosses, but like hero cards, and just the variety of it all it's worth checking out just for that. So, if you're looking for a rogue builder or deck builder roguelike, I'm telling you, this is the best one. Until they release Slay the Spire 2, if they ever do, this is probably going to be the best deck builder out there. So, yeah. Number 3, Monster Train 2. Alrighty. Now, for number 2, moving on, we have Hollow Knight Silksong. Now, this one I'm going to play with the music intact because it is so good. This is, in my opinion, the best track of the game. And it's just in this zone. This zone music, it's so peaceful, it's so angelic, and it really accentuates the themes, the tones, the messaging of this game. Speaking of the game now, they took Hollow Knight 1, which is one of the most critically acclaimed games, indie games I should say, of all time. I think it just recently won, it literally just won a competition for the best indie game of all time on Reddit. Not that says everything about a game, but whatever. It won. And they honestly, I don't want to say improved on it, because it's hard to improve on that, but they expanded on it in a way that allows you to play a whole new experience. Same game, but a whole new experience. Get the music back. Here you go. And you have a whole new character, Hornet. She's a whole new moveset. Like I said, everything works so well. The tone, I love the tone a lot more. It's still, kind of, it's kind of mellow. It's kind of sad. It's not a very happy game, but it has moments of joy, moments of humor, and the main character is a lot more confident, a lot more willful, a lot more dangerous, and I think it works really well here. The bosses, all the bosses have been so good so far. Whenever I reach a boss fight, I'm so happy. They're all fair. They're all great design. They all have great music. Love the bosses. It is such a dense game though, in that playing it, playing it is almost hard to play it because it's very stressful. It's very difficult. It's a very difficult game in my opinion. Very, very difficult game. But it's worth it. It's worth it to get through. Worth it to experience. They have free DLC coming out next year. Very excited for that. And just listen to this music. So good. Turn it up for our ears. Just enjoy it. Sound design, so good. Level design, so good. Everything about this game is top tier. Look at the animations. They're so crisp, so clean. The movement, so crisp, so clean. Ugh. Incredible. Anyways, no, that's why number 2 is still excellent. Alrighty, now for the moment you've all been waiting for and will surprise literally nobody if you know anything about me. Number 1 is Expedition 33. What a game. This game, it's the game I've been waiting for my whole life, some might say. The game I've been waiting for at least since I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I played Legend of Dragoon, which I'll talk about later.
Expedition.
You know the commanders of every...
But this game, it does everything so good. And there might be bigger games out there, greater games, right? More impressive games. The Baldur's Gate 3, the Elden Ring, the Red Dead Redemption 2. Games that are so much larger in scope and size and stuff to do, whatever, right? But very, very few games ever in the history of video games have been able to put it all together in such a uniform and cohesive way. Okay, I'm talking about, look at this level design. It's stunning, just like this is a random corridor, and it looks great. The voice acting, so good. The music, so good.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
The action, the combat, I love it. Turn-based combat, I love so much. Specifically because I think turn-based combat, specifically in JRPGs, is kind of dying, which is not great in my opinion. I want to see more of it, especially with the big titans like Final Fantasy turning more into an action-based combat. And why are they doing that? I don't know. But this game, I think it will, and I hope it will inspire more companies, more developers to make
a lone outpost of humanity
to make more turn-based RPGs.
A sailor.
Or turn-based RPGs. And then I know I mentioned it already, but the music in this game is it's maybe the greatest soundtrack of all time in my opinion. It's a very opinionated thing. I get it. It's not like a fact, but I think it's hard to explain. You really just gotta play it. And speaking of the game, like I said, it's like Legend of Dragoon. So there's another game that I played when I was younger called Legend of Dragoon, and it's another turn-based RPG, right? Obviously, it's very old. It's very cheesy. It's got awful voice acting, cheesy story, bad graphics. I'm not saying it's a good game still. It doesn't hold up all that well. But it's got its own little cult following, believe it or not, online. Whenever there's a thread about what game would you like to see a remix of, it's not the top comment, but there's always a little comment that says Legend of Dragoon, and I love that for this. And I played this game when I was very young. I finally beat it like 5 years ago as an adult, when I could finally put the time together and the discs wouldn't break on me and my memory wouldn't get corrupted and I didn't have to restart, right? And it's still like a 30 to 40 hour experience, and 30 to 40 hour experience as a young child playing 30 minutes a day as my time limit is nigh insurmountable, right? But here's just an example of the reason I'm comparing it is because it has rhythm-based combat like Expedition 33. I'll just give you an example. These are called additions, which when you attack, you have to time the button press. Right? As you can see, it's a pretty awful voice acting with the main character Dark. So cheesy, so stupid, but I love it. I love this game. I've been waiting for a new game to come out that does rhythm-based, turn-based combat, because I love turn-based combat, but I think it gets a little bit boring. I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little bit boring later on. And I think the rhythm makes it a lot better. And then, I mean, oh man, dude. The enemy design, the environment design, the characters, the story. What else is there to say? It's so contained in one game. I mean, I laughed, I cried. There are twists and turns, and the ending. Very rarely do I see an ending that is so split down the middle on what the right decision is. And I think that really encapsulates Claire, obscure, right? Light and dark. It's not just a binary. It really is. It's so much more complicated than that. Look at this scene, though. Oh, I remember when I first walked up on this scene right here. This is just an in-game clip, right? I stopped and I paused. I was like, what the hell am I looking at here? This is so stunning. How did this team do this? Why have I not experienced this before? Anyways, Expedition 33, one of the greatest games I've ever played. I mean, you just gotta look up a Renoir boss fight reactions just to live a little sometimes, you know, just to relive that moment through the eyes of other people as they fight this boss, and this huge soaring musical piece comes on that's raw and it's beautiful and it's loud, and everyone's just like, what the hell, this is incredible, I just want to sit. They just stop and they listen to the song. So I'll leave you with that. Expedition 33, #1 game of the year, never any doubt. From the moment it came out, I knew it was going to be this. Almost impossible to beat. This is a once in a decade game, in my opinion. I think there are very few games that have this level of quality, this level of magic to it. And if you haven't played it, you should. If you have played it, let's talk about it, or enjoy it, or I don't know. I don't really care, but so stunning. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for following me for one more year through this great journey we call life. Next is 2026. I'll see you then. Happy gaming until then. Peace.